Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, oyster time.
Let's go.
Welcome back to Chasing the Sun. I'm Eric.
And I'm Janie.
If you're visiting Vancouver and wanting to check out our happy hour scene, we'll show you 3 great spots and give you a quick review of all of them.
Vancouver has lots of great seafood selections, and one of our favorites are raw oysters. So we figure, why not do a happy hour hopping session with you and show you where to find the best oysters at happy hour prices.
If you're not familiar with happy hour, it's basically a small selection of food and drinks that restaurants offer at a discounted price. Restaurants do this to draw more business in their off-peak hours. Normally, it's between 3 to 6 p.m., but best to check before you head over there. Some restaurants even offer another happy hour session after 9 p.m.
There are many restaurants that offer happy hour menu, and most of them are in downtown or close to the downtown core. In this video, we're only reviewing 3 restaurants because there's just not enough time. But these 3 all have a focus towards oysters.
And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so by clicking the button down below. Now, let's go to our first restaurant.
I like the oyster itself. It's really creamy, and that's what's good about small oysters and fresh oysters. And the only thing I would recommend is that if they will provide more variety of like different type of sauce to go with the oysters, because this place only offer like vinaigrette with 2 different type of Tabasco sauce, and that's it. So I would prefer, during happy hour, that they would prefer more different type of sauce that to go with the oyster that make it more interesting, per se. So, and overall, the oyster itself is actually not bad.
Very good. These are Paradise Oysters from Courtney, BC on Vancouver Island. Very nice. We're at Wild Tail. They're buck-a-shuck, and we ordered 12 of them just to try it out. So I like it. It's small enough. It's not super huge, and it's got a nice creamy texture to it.
I'm here at Wild Tail. Not a bad place for happy hour. We were just here for oysters, and the oysters actually taste pretty good. Very creamy and pretty fresh. And the only thing that I would recommend is that they would have some more variety of the different type of sauce. But overall, the atmosphere was really nice. The patio seat was beautiful, not too crowded. It's an amazing place if you wanted to, if you're by this area, come by and just have a seat and enjoy a nice glass of drink and some fresh oysters.
So we're at Fanny Bay Oysters on Canby Street in downtown, and you can tell that they're serious about the oysters when you come into a restaurant. There's many different types. It's not just Fanny Bay. Fanny Bay itself is actually it's like an oyster farm on the Vancouver Island, but they own other oyster farms around in North America, down Washington, down the coast. But you can tell they're serious about their oysters and seafood if you look at their menu. It's not just oysters from them, it's oysters all over the place, and there's sea urchin, there's scallops. It's a great menu. So if you guys are looking for seafood, this is definitely the place, not just oysters.
Caviar, you can do for $12. And uni, sea urchin, fresh batch of the season, $12 for 20 grams.
Okay.
And the tip, of course, is to come during happy hour from 4 to 6 o'clock, and you get discounted oysters. $1.50 for their standard oyster. Today they are featuring the Sunseeker, which is from the island, And then they have a premium one for $2.25, and that's a gambare, which is a PEI oyster. But yeah, I love how they serve it on ice. You can grab a seat by the bar and watch them shuck. They definitely know how to shuck. Actually, this fellow that we've got here, his name's Calvin. He actually won in the shucking contest in this year's BC Seafood Festival in Comox.
Thank you.
Back to the 12 oysters, guys.
Thanks for waiting, guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
So if you are in Vancouver, it's a great time to come in happy hour to try our, you know, very famous oysters. So a lot of places serve oyster, but you know, Fanny Bay, you gotta come and try for yourself. It's just delicious. You gotta come and try for yourself. The oyster is fresh, and the variety of sauce to pair with the oyster was just amazing. And today we had like sake as for the wine pairing. I mean, for the pairing with the oyster. So it actually goes really well with that.
Mango habanero.
This one here is our Devil's Advocates roast red pepper and chipotle.
Roast red pepper chipotle. Okay, let's try it. So this is we're trying different sauces. The original one was the apple cider mignette. This one is the mango habanero, so it's got a bit of a more kick to it. Not bad. Not as spicy as I thought. I like the sweetness in the mango. Very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna try the other one. So this second hot sauce is called the Devil's Advocate. This one's a bit more on the savory side, a little bit saltier than the mango. I taste a bit more kick in it. I think I like the mango one more, although it's not that spicy. If you want spicy, this one's better. Very mild though. Try all three, you can ask for it. They usually serve it with the apple cider mignette. You can ask for the other two. So yeah, definitely, we're at happy hour right now. Recommend coming down. $1.50 an oyster. Well worth it. So this is a Sunseeker. It's their featured, it's their featured oyster for happy hour from Vancouver Island. Very nice. It's fat. It's sweet. Not overly big. It's the perfect way that I like my oysters. Very good. So this is a gambare from PEI. It's very bland, very thin, not as fat as this. This Sunseeker is very good. It's creamier. It's a little bit sweeter. I like this more. Although it's cheaper, but it's better. So we just finished our happy hour at Fanny Bay Oysters, and of course we came from Wildtail. I myself like Fanny Bay a lot more. It's fresher. They're serious about the oyster, you can tell. They're an oyster specialist as opposed to Wildtail, which is a restaurant that serves fresh oysters. So there's a subtle difference there. If you're going for oysters, this is more the place. If you're going for a restaurant, maybe Wildtail. Overall, you know, their oysters, you can tell it's fresher. It's sweeter. I like it. It's creamy, but not super creamy. So that's what I like about it. How about you, Dave?
Yeah, you talking about oysters? Yes, definitely. I think I like this area, like the Fanny Bay, a lot more. It is more fresh, and I love the type of oyster that they feature today. But if you talk about atmosphere, it depends on what kind of personality you are. This is probably more of a noisier atmosphere, more hip and more, you know, vibrant atmosphere. But if you're the type of person that like to be more relaxing and enjoying your day, and you know, then Wildtail will be your choice.
So what I do want to add is, although Fanny Bay specializes in oysters, you can see their menu. They've actually got some really good items too. One of them that caught my eye was the seared scallop over pork belly. They also have like Brussels sprouts and truffle fries. So I think we're going to come back for their food. We're here just for the oyster and the happy hour. But when we have more of an appetite, we'll come for their dinner and see how that is. I like the fact that they're not just an oyster bar. They've got also menu items which you can try, and their drink menu is not too bad either.
Yes, happy hour is definitely the places that you want to visit when you're in Vancouver. Try different type of restaurants and oyster bars, you name it, and it's a very good deal and like very good pricing for during the happy hour. So definitely save your stomach for the happy hour if you are like tourists in Vancouver.
Yeah. So Fanny Bay is on Cambie Street in downtown. I'll post the link. But yeah, you can come by here. It's pretty close. It's right by the library, Vancouver Public Library. We are at Boulevard right now enjoying their oysters, part of our happy hour series. They have a really good happy hour menu. Oysters are really good also. So we've ordered some cushies and some sunseekers to try and compare.
Smaller ones are the cushies, larger ones are the sunseekers.
Oh, these ones are the cushies?
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. This looks amazing. So we ordered 6 of the cushies, small ones. They are definitely our favorites. And the sunseekers are these ones. Sunseekers I also like. We ate them at Fanny Bay Oyster last time, and I remember I liked it a lot. So let's do a comparison. So this white sauce here is their special Thai espuma. It's like a Thai chili mixture. It's very interesting. It's almost like a yogurt, a bit with a hint of spice. This one is cocktail sauce, and then this is their shallot mignon. So this is their kushi. I'm going to try their Thai espuma sauce on it with a bit of horseradish. Let's see how it tastes. So nice. That's why I love kushis. It's small, it's fat, and the texture in your mouth is so good. And sweet. There's a nice sweet aftertaste here. Okay, let me compare with the sunseekers to tell you guys what that tastes like. Let's do a bit of cocktail and some shallot mignon. That kushi is still lingering in my mouth. I love it. Also very nice. I think I like the cocktail sauce and the shallot mignon more than the Thai. The oyster itself, kushi wins for me, hands down. Although I like the sunseekers at Fanny Bay more, the kushi is really nice. Sunseekers are great, but it's not. You don't have that lingering buttery taste in the after in your mouth as an aftertaste. Yeah, it's just different. I liked it a lot last time, but in comparison to kushi, I like kushi more. So we ordered their roasted cauliflower. It looks beautiful. We're gonna see how good it tastes. That's it's on a bed of cashew cream. That's very interesting. Okay, so we just finished our happy hour oyster tasting at Boulevard. And overall, what do you think?
I really like the atmosphere. The service is great, and the oyster definitely exceptional. I really like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like the oysters a lot too, especially the kushi.
Yes, definitely.
Boulevard is a higher end place. It's in the Sun Place Hotel. Yeah, so it's a higher end atmosphere, very nice, quite intimate. Do check out their happy hour. And their happy hour menu is actually pretty good too. It's not skinny like others. There's oysters on there. Oysters for $2. So it's one of the more expensive places, but you know it's pretty good.
it's well worth it. I mean, if you're coming with your husband, boyfriend, or even girlfriends, girls day out or whatever with your friends, it's a great place to enjoy the time, great atmosphere, great service. And on a sunny day, you can actually sit outside the patio. It's beautiful.
Alright, so we just finished our happy hour hopping for oyster tasting, especially between Wildtail, Fanny Bay, and Boulevard. So yeah, which one did you like more?
Actually, it's actually between Fanny Bay and Boulevard, I would say. I love Boulevard for the atmosphere, for the very, intimacy and romantic setting. But I definitely love Fanny Bay for the very casual, and you can just like walk right in and, like the bar hopping style type. This is more for like a dating kind of like a setting. So depends on what you feel like in that day. You want to feel romantic, definitely come to Boulevard. But if you want to feel like a casual, easygoing, go to Fanny Bay. As for Wildtail, it's actually in between. The setting is not that is really good too. But the thing is that I like the oyster from Fanny Bay and Boulevard more. So.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Janie. I think for me it's also between Fanny Bay and Boulevard. Different vibe completely. Fanny Bay is much more casual, much more bar style, busier, louder. So that's very cool. Their happy hour menu is very nice. The oyster is great, especially if you grab a seat by the counter, you can see them shut right in front of you. Really nice experience. I like Boulevard probably for the quality of oysters more. It's a little bit more money, but I find that the quality of oyster is better. And the happy hour menu is good. They are one of the ones that are known to have a better happy hour. So if you're in town and you're looking for a place for happy hour, check out any of those three that we mentioned. And if you're into oysters, any of those three will do. There are actually many great happy hour and oyster places in Vancouver. We just didn't have the time to visit them all.
Now, we'd like to give notable mention to 2 other really good happy hour restaurants that is also famous for their oysters. Joe Forte is a long-established restaurant famous for their seafood and their happy hour. They might very well be one of the first to do happy hour in Vancouver. They're in downtown on Thurlow by Robson. If you find happy hour or dinner doesn't work for you, come by and try their lunch. Make sure you sit on the patio because it's legendary.
Rodney's Oyster Bar is probably one of the most popular oyster bars in town. Make sure you book well in advance or come in their off-peak hours. They're in Yaletown and probably one of the first restaurants that specialize in oysters. So that tells you how serious they are. We hope you liked happy hour hopping with us and all the oysters that you got to see.
Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our videos for our more up and coming food and travel adventures.